Hey everybody, Wanna Weasem here. About 10:25 Wednesday, January 8th. We're running through here with our I'm sorry, I was looking at a clock on my desk there. But we're running through kind of with some Series 2s and Series 3 Skylanders. Again, put a priority on the swappers, on the new landers, the starter pack, the light core, etc. Started out tonight with Big Bang Trigger Happy. We progressed all the way here through Phantom Cinder. What we're going to do now, we're actually to our final two Series 3 characters that are available right now. I can't stress that enough. If you watch this in May or something, you're going to jump me for it. Right now, Wave 3 is out. It dropped the 22nd of December 2013 at Toys R Us. Hardest two to get. It's not necessarily Doombug like you might think. It's actually Hornblast, Whirlwind, and Hyper Beam Prism Break, simply because in the Wave 3 shipments there are fewer per case. So, makes sense there. The good news is a lot of people, if they're kids or whoever they're buying for, been veterans of the series, they're going to focus on the new characters like Doombug, maybe the Light Cores, and maybe you can get lucky land these guys. But right now, Hyper Beam Prism Break, extremely hard to come by. That should be changing again now. As of today, Amazon's had Wave 3 in. Hyper Beam has been available pretty much all day. Don't know that that'll help anyone when I get this live, but that's the case for Wednesday, January 8th. Hornblast Whirlwind, also fairly hard to come by. Toys R Us, so like I say, they've got not only those characters they've had since last year, essentially. They've got access now to the Wave 3 swappers, which Target totally botched. They've got Sheepwreck Island. They've got the Archean Crossbow Battle Pack. I've had some people say they had the Light Core. I've had some say they don't. I'm going to assume that they do. I don't know why they wouldn't have gotten. Again, I think they ship separately, but they should have them. If they don't, they should be getting them. Again, everywhere should be getting these things kind of in. I think GameStop's going to have everything available for you Saturday. You can currently get stuff online. All that aside, should become much easier to find these next two characters within the coming weeks, that being Hornblast Whirlwind and Hyper Beam Prism Break. That said, I am going to pull Phantom Dash Cinder from the Portal of Power, and I am going to stick on Hornblast Whirlwind. Whirlwind's one of those characters, she's kind of been around. You would think, man, you'd think they would have done Lightning Rod or Sonic Boom. What's up? Whirlwind got the special polar version. Now she's back in Series 3. What's the deal here? She's pretty unique. Her soul gem means nothing to me because I don't really get to play, two-player and heal my friends with rainbows. That said, in Giants, I took her down her first path, which I think it's Ultimate Rainbower. That sounds correct. It's pretty cool. She does some significant damage. However, in Giants, when I took Tempest Dragon, that is one heck of a path, and you'll get to see both of them here. We're going to highlight those. But what we're going to begin with is just backing out and letting you take a look at her intro animation. Very first time I'm recording,
Twists of Fury!
Okay. Wait. No, I lied. I screwed up last night. I was going through putting new characters on the Portal of Power, not new, but our Series 1s and 2s and, castaways, people that didn't get reposed, etc. Some of the Giants, and I accidentally grabbed Hornblast Whirlwind because I decided I was going to, she's actually what triggered it all. I decided I was going to go through, I took Warnado and I completed Skylooter. I've already done Geronimo. I showed you how to do Geronimo real easy. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that with her Hornblast Whirlwind. I think she's literally the only air element I haven't taken care of that with. And as I was entering into that, I realized that I meant to save her, and I botched that. And after I came back with the 313 gold, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and stick a bunch of Skylanders on the Portal. So that's what happened there. Again, my apologies. I know a lot of people don't care, but some of you probably do. That said, I have a lot of respect for this chick. She's very unique. I like her coloring, but the fact that she's so I mean, you'd look at her, you know, and you're like, oh, geez, you know, especially for a guy, you'd be like, oh, it's a unicorn, fairy, horse, dragon. I don't know what it is. I don't want that. It's one of those things you're missing out if that is your logic, because she is pretty dadgum cool, especially down Tempest Dragon. I really, really like that path. It's very, very formidable. And it's kind of, I mean, you see a little bit of that with lightning rods, you know, Typhoon Titan maybe, but it's just really, really neat in my opinion. There's a slightly better, she kind of mellows out with the purples and yellows in there, but you know what she really looks like. That's not too terribly bad here, actually, but kind of like a really nice blue and white tips on the wings. So what does she look like when she jumps? Pretty much what Cinder did, kind of has the wing flap. Coming off the mushroom, she's got a nice glide there. Look at what they did, kind of indicate turbulence, you know, or like gravity and speed. Her tail feathers there and the wings, the tip of the wings almost kind of like shudder as she descends, so that's pretty cool. Her primary attack is Rainbow of Doom. It sounds really cheesy, especially for someone that looks like so sweet and, you know, caring and whatnot. But it's pretty neat in and of itself. That sheep is just asking. Missiles are bouncing off his horns or something. Anyway, if he would get out of here, there we go. 44. You get the idea. She pretty powerful. I don't remember her block stop being this good, by the way. I was thinking more like 15s to 20. For whatever it's worth, she's dealing 44 to 66 here. Her secondary attack is called the Tempest Cloud. Does 28, it kind of flies through there. It's locked in. Let's see. You can only have one active. Looks like we can shoot it and it kind of blows up a little bit. It's really hard for me to lock that. We'll kind of explore that. I'm so used to her being upgraded, I've kind of forgotten the nuances of box stock. We'll come in here and take a look at her biography. We're going to go to Collection, Spyro's Floating Head. Again, because last night I decided to do Geronimo with her without thinking. She's not showing up as new on the screen. My apologies there, but she's pretty new. Here she is, though. You kind of get the feel for what I did. Literally, you can see now that I know how they did this. My first two air characters on were Free Ranger, Legendary Free Ranger, then Boomjet. Then here, just recently, I put Popthorn on, then Lightcore Warnado. Then I came in, and again, on accident, I grabbed Hornblast Whirlwind to do Geronimo, and that's what, then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do all these characters, get them all on there. So that's when I came in. I did Lightcore, Jetpack, Legendary, Series 2, Boom and Lightning, Polar Whirlwind, you know, so you get the idea. Swarm was one of the giants I didn't get on yet, but that's what happened. Again, my apologies there. I think she did actually do an accolade, too. I think she might have been whatever number of blue bases we needed or something. So anyway, let's read her biography now. Pretty aggressive artwork there, kind of a real tribute to the, you know, unicorn dragon past, I guess. Anyway, slogan, Twists of Fury. Whirlwind is an air dragon with unicorn ancestry. Two species that could not be more opposite in nature, which made her never quite fit in with either group. Other dragons envied her beauty, and unicorns shunned her for her ability to fly. Whirlwind found peace within the dark and stormy clouds, where she learned to harness the tempest power within her. Despite her turbulent youth, she was the first to defend both dragons and unicorns when the trolls began hunting them, unleashing her ferocity in a brilliant and powerful rainbow that could be seen throughout many regions of Skylands. From that day forward, evildoers would quake when dark clouds brewed and run from the rainbow that followed after the storm. So, very cool story there, and again, she's one of those characters that's really easy to overlook. You know, she may not appeal to a lot of guys. I'm sure some characters like Scorp, you know, chicks might blow off or something, but you've got to give every Skylander a chance to be fully upgraded before you kind of, you know, cast them aside or throw them to the curb, if you will. So, again, that's why I'm a big fan of that quest, you know, maxed out. But, we're going to back out of here, come into Skylander, take a look at her stats. It is Wednesday, that's why you see that plus 30 there. Box stock, like she is right now, she's still level 1. Health is 270. Speed 50. She's one of those characters that's got the speed, but it doesn't quite seem like that when you compare it to some others. Armor 18, critical hit 11, elemental power, she's up to 74 now thanks to the additions we've made. Gonna back out of here, come into upgrades. This is the stuff that I care the most about. Primary attack, Rainbow of Doom, which is dealing a lot more damage than I remembered box stock. Press Y to fire an arced blast of rainbow energy. It was doing 44 to 66. Secondary attack, Tempest Cloud. Press A to send forth clouds that electrocute enemies. Hold A to make Tempest Clouds travel farther. I'll have to showcase that for you. First purchased upgrade, Rainbow Chain. This is actually really cool. Rainbows do extra damage. Hit a Tempest Cloud with a Rainbow of Doom, and a second Rainbow chains off. This basically comes close to doubling your effective range. So she doesn't have like a true projectile, if you will, like Shade Master with Hex, or a gun or something. She just kind of got the arced deal. But when you shoot it off a Tempest Cloud, it will actually do more damage and increase your range. Second purchase upgrade, Triple Tempest. Have 3 Tempest Clouds active at once, and they do more damage. Third purchase upgrade, this is a big one. Press X to fly. Whirlwind gains increased speed and armor while flying. Again, I selectively choose to replace resistance with armor because that's how it has been in the past. Final purchased upgrade before you have to pick a path is called Dual Rainbows. Note the way they spelled it, not like dual like 2, but dual like let's have a shootout. Hit a Tempest Cloud with a Rainbow of Doom, and 2 rainbows will chain off of it. They kind of, if I remember, Y off. It's not like 1, 2, they follow each other. It's kind of like a spatial type thing, so pretty much a Y formation. Now, with Whirlwind, you've got 2 choices. You can do Ultimate Rainbower, that's obviously going to address her primary attack, or you can do Tempest Dragon, which addresses her secondary attack. Some people with Lightning Rod got a bad taste in their mouths for anything that looks like this on the bottom row. Trust me, it is a pretty good path. That said, we're going to begin with Ultimate Rainbower. Starts out double dose of Doom. Shoot 2 rainbows of Doom at once. Essentially what this does, just like that inset artwork shows, you got one that's kind of a close range, short type lob, and then another one that's got a little bit more intensity to it, travels a bit farther. Next one, Atomic Rainbow. Rainbow of Doom attack does increased damage. Again, something that still cracks me up is just Rainbow of Doom. It's so juxtaposed to what you think of Doom. You don't really associate with rainbows. Final purchase upgrade, down Ultimate Rainbower, Rainbow Singularity. This takes a little time to charge up, but it's pretty effective and it looks really cool. It's kind of got this most psychedelic vibe going. Hold Y to charge up a super powerful Rainbow of Doom black hole. Again, I love that we're associating all this negativity, bad energy and everything with rainbows. It's just kind of funny. What else is funny is her Soul Gem because it has Boomer in it, but we'll cover that in a second. Now, if you've done Ultimate Rainbower with your Series 1 and 2 and Polar or whatever, and you've always thought Tempest was bad, I don't know, kind of like I assumed it would just be better than, Tempest Dragon, go ahead and take Tempest Dragon. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Right here, triple rainbow, it's full on. Props to the double rainbow connotation there. Hit a Tempest Cloud with a Rainbow of Doom, and 3 rainbows will chain off of it. If I remember right, this one's kind of like a pitchfork design. You got one up the middle, and then, Y's off of that. Second purchased upgrade down Tempest Dragon is Tempest Tantrum. Bigger Tempest Cloud does increased damage with increased range. And lastly, we've got Tempest Matrix. Electricity forms between Tempest Clouds that hurt enemies. Why do I like this? Here's why. This takes, and especially now with her doing 44 to 66 with their box stock, Rainbow of Doom. With this attack, you can basically set up a force field that's kind of akin to like a voodooed, slam bam, chill type situation where you can kind of create your little fortress, if you will. Enemies that come in are going to get damaged pretty badly, and while they're coming in and getting slowed down and dealing with taking damage, you can unleash your primary attack on them. It's one of those things, if you haven't watched my upgrade videos for Giants, check that out. And if you've never taken Tempest Dragon, I think you will be doing that with Hornblast Whirlwind. That said, Soul Gem, again, to me, this was kind of a wasted deal because I don't get to play like two-player co-op much. With my nephew, we do it a few times. Usually when we're together with Skylanders, it's battle mode type things. That said, if you do a lot of co-op, you want Whirlwind in your arsenal because you've got Rainbow of Healing. Rainbow heals your allies. Again, you can see the lovable Boomer over there getting shot with a rainbow, feeling happy, filling up his health meter, and thanking Whirlwind. Now, if you say, man, her Series 2 pose was the best yet, I don't need the Series 3, I don't like gold, don't like the pose, why would I spend the $10, whatever, don't have to have her for my collection, yada yada. Here's why. She's got a new WoW Pal specific to Skylanders Swap Force. It is called Rainbow Rush. Hold X to take flight and release powerful rainbow shockwaves with each wing flap. That sounds pretty cool. I think it is limited, like directly in front of you. It's not going to be like a 360 or omnipresent attack, but it should deal some pretty good damage, and it's going to be one of those things. Say that you've got enemies approaching you and you went Tempest Dragon, you set up your force field, you can probably do this and just kind of obliterate those that get in and then kind of return to setting up some Tempest Clouds or sending them out, rainbow chaining off of that. She's really, again, I know a lot of people write it off. She probably looks like a sweet little My Little Pony type thing or something. She is a beast in this game, and definitely not someone to be taken too lightly. That said, let's come in here. We're going to go to quests. Pretty much redundant, but you know the drill. Defeat 1,000 enemies, eat 15 pieces of fruits, don't take damage, 10 PvP. Totally maxed out. If you don't like Whirlwinds, primary and secondary, go ahead, pick a path, get that Soul Gem in the WoW Pal, then tell me what you think. That's why I like totally maxed out. 7,500 elemental bonus damage. These two here are the big one. Well, that's ridiculous. I did Geronimo with her last night, and it credited me for it. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, I'll get it tonight, I suppose. Travel over 250 feet in one fall. Easiest way to do that, climb the tree at Woodborough, jump into the fountain Haldor fell in, and that's your 250 feet. Other one, which this is proof that I did that because I then went into that area and I collected half of what I needed for Sky Looter. But collect a total of 500 gold in midair. Again, that can easily be accomplished with a couple of runs through the Enchanted Fountain. Most important one though, what does it mean? That of course relates to the classic YouTube video of the probably drunk guy up in the mountains. Can't remember, it was Wyoming, Montana, somewhere up in there. Saw a double rainbow, and it went on and on. I made a Mystery Case Files video, made a reference to that, and I kind of had it as my featured channel video back in the day for quite some time. Check that out if you're bored, but deal 10,000 damage with rainbows. That probably won't be too terribly hard with her. Obviously, if you take Ultimate Rainbow, it'll be a little bit easier to do, but nonetheless, won't be too difficult, and she does a lot of damage anyway. So we'll back out of here. That is pretty much it for Hornblast Whirlwind. Again, if you are new to Skylanders with Swap Force, you're not going in and you're not like buying up the SSA or Giants figures, I fully recommend that you pick up Hornblast Whirlwind, take her down Tempest Dragon, and you'll have a very, very solid character in your arsenal. Plus, if you are new to the series, you play with friends, your parents play with you, whatever goes on, brother, sister, you're trying to get through story mode, you use both of you to kind of progress through the levels. She is a huge asset there because say that your friend is about dead and you're almost out of Skylanders, we'll see you've got like 7 or 8 and you burn through them, you're in a really hard level having trouble with a boss or an enemy, you can put Whirlwind on, and like I said, you shoot your friends with a rainbow and they fill their health back up. So pretty cool there. But again, for people like me tend to be solo all the time, that's kind of like a lost cause. But nonetheless, in the event that we ever did play with someone, or have something go on, that comes in very handy. So that said, that is it. That is Series 3 Hornblast Whirlwind, a very, very solid addition for any Portal Master. That said, make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. I'm going to come in here. We're going to introduce Series 3 Hyper Beam Prism Break. He's a little tougher right now than Hornblast Whirlwind to procure. And we're going to follow that up with our 2 new swappers because Fire Eyes isn't here yet. He's on his way from Amazon. And then Quick Draw Rattleshake will kind of round out the recording. So we'll come in and get that cranked out. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here shortly.